The hardest thing you're gonna have to do is decide what color, and when we say, don't say we didn't warn you, going, gone. Because the #1 name when it comes to stand mixers, not just in America, not just at HSN, but globally around the world, is the one and only KitchenAid. And out of their family of outstanding, one-of-a-kind, top-notch, all-metal, this is the leader. This is the Rolls Royce. It is the Tesla. It's the best of the best. It's the one that we've had mixer envy on. I double dog dare you. Google the world, Google the earth. Nobody is doing this price, including us after this show. So in the silver, we brought in 2,100. I have 200 only. Do you see why this is like well, this is an abbreviated airing. In fact, I was supposed to be here for an entire hour with Amy. It's a good thing that I love her. All right, my passion red, can you tell which is my pick? We have the final 300. That's like that lipstick red. And then the only one that we have actually, I guess, okay-ish quantity with about 1,000 to go around is the color my mom owns. And that is the Empire Red. And by the way, speaking of my family, I promised my sweet niece, and Lexi, I know you're watching that. We are a KitchenAid family. I'm posting a photo flashback on my story. My sweet niece, she's also the baker in the family. She was using this earlier. Like a lot of the kids now who are watching like those baking shows and competitions, she is into it. And I'm telling you, this is your generational touchstone. Up from teens, tweens, and everybody in between. We all want the professional. There's sweet Lexi hard at work in the kitchen. Oh, I know, Amy. Isn't that sweet? Good to see you. Hey, I have to show the value real quick. I'm sorry, my darling. Okay, it's almost a $600 value anywhere else you shop. And by the way, yes, you get the beater. Yes, you get the paddle. Yes, you get the dough attachment. But here's the thing, and of course that great little, you know, I usually say like cook and look lid, but you know, the little look.
The pour shield.
The little pour shield. But then you're also getting that flex paddle with, I'll tell you, that's a game changer. I mean, seriously, there's so many innovations, more power, best price in America. That alone is $50.
Right.
Let me introduce you to my darling friend, who I'm giving you a pass, Amy. You know I wanted the whole hour.
I know you did.
I did.
I'm so sorry.
Well, congratulations. But you know what? The truth is, KitchenAid really can't afford, that's why we have such limited quantities.
Yeah.
I mean, because when we say the best value in America, that's one thing. But when we say a crazy, cuckoo, they're never going to do it ever again,
Right.
get it while you can price.
Right.
That's what this is. But the thing is, this is not even their entry-level KitchenAid.
No.
This is the professional model.
Yes, this is the pro model. This is the model that you're gonna see when you go to bake shops, when you go to restaurants. This is the model they're using. This is the 6-quart stainless steel bowl. It's got this comfort grip handle. It's so easy to grab, so easy to use. And then it's the BowlLift model. So I wanna show you what does that BowlLift mean versus a tilt head. You're not gonna tilt this head back. Instead, there's a handle here. Watch my bowl. It drops down.
Oh, wow.
It comes back up. It drops down. It comes back up. What does that mean for us? It means it can handle the big, big, heavy loads. 13 dozen cookies, 8 pounds of potatoes, 8 pounds of dough. This can handle, but can also handle the small things. So I'm doing a double batch of cookies. I just want to show you, I've got that pour shield in there. And what that does is it means I can add my flour without making that big mess, without it getting all over on the sides and puffing all out. And it just will incorporate everything so beautifully. And then on top of it, KitchenAid, the stand mixer has a slow start function. So if you'll notice when I turn it on, it doesn't just pop on.
Right.
It just kind of slows into it. I love it because then it also kind of helps not burst the things.
Right.
I'm gonna turn this up and you're gonna see everything being combined, mixed so beautifully. Again, this is a double batch. I could do a triple batch if I wanted to. I could do a triple batch. 13 dozen cookies in there. And you know what I'm not doing? I'm not trying to stir in a bowl. I'm not trying to hold a hand mixer to do it. I'm saving my wrists, I'm saving my hands, and I'm letting the KitchenAid do the job. Now, what I want to do is I've got all my ingredients mixed in here. I'm going to take the pour shield off, which, by the way, this is BPA free. You can put it in your dishwasher. I love dishwasher items.
Absolutely.
Then I'm going to add, I'm making maple chocolate chip cookies.
Right. Which, by the way, Amy, as you do this, just because I wanted to get into the intro, because I apologize, this is not an hour. It's not an hour. It's like a 20-minute show or sellout. But notice that Amy is not tilting the head. And that's one of the big innovations. I mean, not only for someone like me, I've got really, pretty, aggressive arthritis in my hands, and even like tilting, because they're built to last. It's metal. I mean, it's substantial.
It is all metal construction.
All metal.
All metal construction.
So that little lever means you're not using that tilt head, but it also means that it goes easily underneath the countertop height too, right?
Yes. So this one back here, as you can see, this is actually a lower than standard cabinet, and it slides right in there so perfectly. So if you're worried about, is it going to fit underneath my cabinet? This fits underneath, because this is even lower than standard.
Yeah, it is actually.
Absolutely. And then you don't have to always pull it in and out. If you don't have the cabinet space to tilt the head, because it's going to just be that bowl lift. Look at how much room is on the side for me to add ingredients. And even when my bowl is up, I still have plenty of room to add ingredients. That's what I love about this.
Amy, can I show them real quick? And thank you for the jib, guys. Honestly, can you see how clean that edge is?
FlexEdge beater.
That is $50. And Pat Smith, I have my phone on here. That's my mom. She has a red KitchenAid. I think my mom's is over 2 decades old. I mean, we heard up to 60 years, 50 years.
65 years is the record so far.
But I told Mom, and it's so funny, I said, Mom, I'll buy this for you, but it's really a gift for me. Because when I go home for Christmas, my mom is an incredible cook. She's a great baker. You just saw my niece. My niece really loves all those baking shows. But last year, when I was doing all the double batches of cookies, I'm like, do a batch, clean, clean, clean. Do a batch, clean, clean, clean. It was making me absolutely crazy. So, Mom, I know you want to upgrade your red. I want my mom's a pro. I want the pro. You want the pro. You're only getting it for the next 20 minutes or so.
And guess what? You do 1 batch.
Yes.
And you're done.
I know. If you only use this during the Christmas season. And I know that we've been, because it's natural to focus on the sweet things, but savory, like my buffalo chicken dip, my pulled pork.
I have just poached chicken in here. You want to make sure any meat that you put in, whether it's pork or chicken, that it's moist and it's warm. And look at that. Let me take the pour shield off so you can see a little bit better. You do not have to do any work. You're not using a fork to try to stand there for 10 minutes to pull it apart. This is doing all the work for you. And then, if you want to do chicken enchiladas, if you want to do quesadillas, if you want to do chicken tacos for a Tuesday taco night, I'm doing a great dip because, Sunday football season is around. So this is the all year. Now look at how beautifully it just shred all my chicken.
And look at how clean that bowl is. So I could use like rotisserie chicken.
My goodness,
throw rotisserie chicken in there, a can of like the little, tomatoes with a little seasoning. That's what case I dip.
So I'm doing my supermarket shortcuts. Don't tell anybody, but tell everybody. So I just use a can of tomatoes and chilies, a can of queso. I'm gonna add some cream cheese.
That's a whole like block. Which, by the way, you do that with a regular mixer, and you know what? I know. Here's the thing. You'll never regret this.
Oh, no,
You'll never regret it.
Never.
I'll just tell you.
This really, I feel like, just gives you the confidence to make whatever you want to make in your kitchen.
True.
And I got to tell you how KitchenAid came up with its name. So KitchenAid has been around since 1919. They sent these stand mixers home to the executives' houses. And one of the wives said, I don't care what you call it, this is the best KitchenAid I've ever had. So
History in the making.
History in the making.
I know.
Because that's what it is. And they do, what I love is, to me, they have such a story. Like, I'm going to tell you the story about my grandmother. My grandmother passed it down to her daughter, my Aunt Peggy. It's still running. And that's what I feel like every store, Amanda, our food stylist, she has one from Old Blue, we call it. Old Blue, 20 years. And everybody's like, oh yeah, my grandmother's, I have. So it's just something you can pass down.
Hey, Amy, I'm going to do another quick quantity update.
Absolutely.
And again, I'm only doing that because I don't mean to rush you guys, but we were supposed to have a full hour. So some of the colors that Amy is demonstrating, they've already sold out, but, you know, we set up our demos in advance, but that also should tell you, you snooze, you lose. Hey, by the way, we've got a great little spatula set. Also, they do innovations even in, you know, your complete KitchenAid experience, if you want to look at it that way. Like even these spatulas have a great little curved design. Amy, you know, it's so funny because I've tried, you know, this is like a basic in the kitchen, but these are even better than other people, aren't they?
Oh, they're great because they're silicone. You have that bamboo stick on there. They clean so easily. They just work so well. And you're getting 3 of them, which I love. The 3